Hello, everyone. So, the final episode of Chainsaw Man just aired today. So, this series was 12 episodes long, each episode around like 25 minutes ish. And there is going to be more seasons down the line. At least I'm very, very certain because I know the manga goes on for more and more. I have not read the manga. I've only read the first two like chapters of it after watching the show and falling in love with it. And I plan to watch past where this anime got, so eventually for the next seasons I'll be a little more caught up. So I can't quite speak to the accuracy of everything, but from what I've read so far, seems very, very great. But yes, 12 episodes, all out now for this first season, so let me get into my review for Chainsaw Man. So this first season was done by Mappa Animation Studios, and it is about a young man named Denji. Following his betrayal, he is left for dead and is reborn as a powerful devil-human hybrid after merging with his pet devil Pochita, who is like a little super cute dog with a chains on its head, and is soon enlisted into an organization dedicated to hunting devils. So this whole world is basically about devils who are able to grow and run around and again just torture humanity throughout fear. So the more something is feared, the more that will manifest into a more powerful devil. So of course there's extremely powerful devils like the gun devil due to gun violence all around the world, and there's some less powerful devils who are again too just things that people aren't scared of too much. So things like leeches will be a little less powerful than the gun devil, things like that. But there's an organization that Denji is enlisted to that goes around and hunts devils. And the way that they do this again too, they're all like normal people for the most part. They make contracts with other devils to hunt these devils that are terrorizing humanity. So again too, Denji's I get to he's a devil human hybrid. His power is again too being able to just summon the powers of his dog Pochita, who he's merged with, and he gets like these chainsaw arms and one on his head. It's just a very, very sweet looking helmet. I love his character design. He looks absolutely awesome. And the fights that come with that are very, very cool. There's also Katana Man, who is like almost the exact same thing as him, but with blade swords as well. Again, to Leech Devil, Bat Devil. One of the characters has this ginormous dog that it can summon. So basically, in the circle here, it'll come and like just take a ginormous bites out of whatever again you throw at it. Future Devil, people can see again events like slightly before in the future, so that's really, really good for combat for a lot of them. There's just really, really cool things that the show is able to do, and really give backstory to a lot of its characters, which is great. Of course, Denji is an awesome protagonist. You absolutely love him, even though his goals are so goofy and whatnot. He believes in them so much that you just get pumped every single time he starts talking about it, every single time he goes into a fight. He's absolutely crazy. He's one of those protagonists that will just dive into absolutely any situation, and that just makes him an absolute badass most of the time. Again, to mix with the extremely unique and just adrenaline pumping music. This show had some of my most favorite action scenes that I've seen in anything really this year. It was really, really good, high octane, very, very fun. I also really like, well, I mean, the opening song to this show is absolutely amazing. I can listen to it over and over and over and over and over again and not get tired of it. All the movie references within it too are really, really cool. But every single episode has a different closing theme, which I found really, really cool. So I always stuck around and listened to those. But yeah, again, dude, Denji was just an awesome protagonist. All the other characters that come into this too, like Makima is absolutely insane and very, very scary in a lot of ways, and I can't wait to see her character come to more life and get more depth explained to her. Aki was awesome, Power was awesome, Kobeni became one of my favorites throughout it. They just give little pieces of backstory to each of these characters as you just slowly go through the series, and man, it was it was really, really good. Just these little slivers of story that you get. I will say sometimes the pacing of the show can be absolutely wild and crazy, but I feel like that just added to again to just the high octaneness of the show, where just it seemed like in an instant things could just go absolutely nuts and explosions everywhere. In terms of again to just how the fights and the action went, but it just made it so entertaining to watch, and just always it would catch me off guard because I wasn't quite certain what I was getting into with this show. There was a lot of very adult and mature themes within the show that, again, too, even when it came to the storytelling and so the arcs between the characters, there was a lot that just came out of nowhere and surprised me. And again, too, even though the pacing was all over the place, it really worked for the show and who these characters are. They're all like teens or 20 somethings running around killing devils through Japan. And so I wouldn't expect their lives to be anything even close to normal. And like I said too, I just really, really like that they were able to bring their characters together and highlight them in a lot of ways, whether it be their talents in fighting. But again too, the fights are so good. Some of my favorites easily, well, the last one between Chainsaw Man and Katana Man were really, really cool. There's a fun fight scene between the Bat Devil, the Leech Devil was great. Hobeni's scene is fucking awesome, and that's easily one of my favorites too. There's just so many great things about this show in terms of its action that brings me back for more and more and more. And I feel like since this show is getting so popular, when it gets more budget and whatnot, these fight scenes are just going to get crazier and crazier. And I'm so excited to see how they unfold and again are brought to life, especially now that I'm going to read the manga and hopefully, well, I'll be able to get past season 2. I'm certain by the time the season 2 of this will come out. But yeah, it's absolutely awesome. And I just can't wait for more Chainsaw Man because it's absolutely great. And again, too, just the music and everything is really, really good. Again, to some of the mature themes, this show is definitely not going to be for everyone because how hyper violent it can be a lot of the times, how sexualized it can be a lot of the times. There's instances of, my friends and I like to call this grooming the anime in a lot of ways, because yeah, there's a lot of it that definitely is there to make you feel uncomfortable in a lot of ways. And it's not an easy thing if you're just taking it at surface value, I'm certain you can get past it. But if you really look into it, it's a very fucked up world, and one that, again, too, just how messed up it is just makes it all more interesting to watch and get through. And it just brings a lot of life within how much brutality really is within it. And I thought they just did a great job balancing, again, to all the themes that it was trying to go for, all the characters. It's just very, very, very well done, and easily one of my favorite animes of the year, if not one of my favorite shows of the year. So really, with everything taken together, I'm gonna have to give Chainsaw Man season 1 a 9 out of 10. I highly recommend it to any fan of anime. It's absolutely great to get into. I don't really know what to compare it to. I feel like if you like Jujutsu Kaisen style of things, you might be able to get into it a lot more, but it's a high octane, high action anime with some very goofy characters that are just written very, very well in a lot of ways. They have really good backstory. This show hooked me instantly from the very first episode. I was locked in, ready to go, and yeah, I'm locked in on the manga now. I'm gonna read through it all and just can't wait for more. So if you've seen all 12 episodes or all season 1 of Chainsaw Man, please let me know what your thoughts of it are in the comments down below. And of course, if you like this review, definitely give it a thumbs up, and you check out everything I do on this channel through my playlist down below, and I'll link some up top here for convenience sake. Thank you for subscribing, turn that little ring around so you know when I upload new videos. If you want to check out the description of this video on my channel bio, there's a link to the Medium Mountain, which is my Discord, where we talk about movies, video games, comic book, TV, anime, pretty much everything that's awesome in this world. So you definitely join that amazing community. I'll make it even more amazing than it is already. And yeah, just awesome, guys.
Sky blue eyes, I see a world behind them. No more time, sinking into the silence, reaching out for something